Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my much requested breastfeeding video. He's over here with the hiccups, so you're gonna have to kind of ignore that. He's probably gonna get fussy in a couple of minutes, so you guys will get to see him. So anyways, it's just been really hard to make videos. He's been really fussy, as I'll explain later on in the video. But yeah, this is my breastfeeding video. He is 1 month and I don't know, he's 6 weeks as of today. Today is Tuesday, August 7th, and yeah, I just kind of been writing down stuff that I think of and stuff since the beginning. It's absolutely not in any order, and I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, just go off of my notes. So yeah. So as I mentioned in my labor and delivery video, if you guys have seen that, I was worried because of all the interventions, like with the induction, the C-section, and stuff like that. Since everything in my birth plan was failing, I was worried that breastfeeding would fail. Right after recovery, or right in recovery, he nursed like a pro, and he did the whole entire time we were in the hospital. When we were released on that Friday, he basically, my milk came in that night and it was choking him. So after fighting him for so many hours to get him to eat, after it's spraying and choking him, I finally pumped and gave it to him in a bottle. I personally did not feed him that bottle because I heard that if I was trying to go back to breast, that it might confuse the baby. So to have my partner, my fiance, feed him the bottle so it didn't confuse the baby, and that's what we did. As of now, since basically that Friday, he has been eating from a bottle. He will occasionally eat off of me, but I still have a big letdown. I'm not engorged like I was, so it's not spraying out as much, but I do have a really big letdown, so that still chokes him. He is preferring the bottle because he's lazy. The bottle is way easier because somebody is sitting there holding it to him instead of the breast. He has to work harder. And also because when he goes to get air from it choking him, he gets mad that he let go. So yeah, he prefers the bottle. The bottles we use, he just ate out of one of these, just ate out of it, so it has a little bit of milk left in it. But this is the Playtex Nurser bottles. They look like this. We do use the Nooks occasionally, but we mainly use these. We may transfer to the Dr. Brown bottles, but we only have one, so we haven't really tried those that much. In some ways, him eating from the bottle is easier because somebody else can feed him while I go do something. And if he goes through a growth spurt, I'm not sitting there the whole entire time feeding him. And like if we're out in public, I don't really mind whipping out my boob, but like it's easier if we're at a store and we're trying to like hurry up and get home. I don't have to like sit down and try and nurse him or whatever, because he doesn't really like my wrap that I own, so I can't really like walk and nurse him like that. And since I'm so short, like it just puts a lot of strain on my back to carry him around. So feeding him from the bottle in public is easier. But I do miss the bond with the feeding off my breast. I do pump every 2 to 3 hours. And I do have over 95 ounces stocked up in the freezer because I do produce more than what he eats. He eats about 3.5 to 4 ounces every 2 to 3 hours, and I pump every 2 to 3 hours about 6 ounces. The pump I used was given to me. It's the ameda pump. I don't know. It's the ameda something. It's nothing special, but it works. It is kind of dying, so I am getting a free one from WIC that I'm borrowing when I go back to school. So in the hospital, I wasn't able to use my boppy. It's actually the Mambo, but I'll call it the boppy. I wasn't able to use that because of the C-section. It hurt too much, and I was really, really swollen after I gave birth from all the Pitocin. So I wasn't able to use the boppy until he was about a week and a half old. And it works amazing to feed him off of, but also with the big letdown, it's hard to hold him in that position because it sprays out more because of gravity. I tried the nursing cover in the hospital. I absolutely hate it. I own 2 of them, and I was going to do a giveaway with the one. I don't know, let me know if you guys want a giveaway on the nursing cover. I personally hate them. I don't care who sees my breast. I used to be very self-conscious about it, but it's my child's food, so to me, if you want to start something with me, I will basically cuss you out, is how I feel if somebody did that to me in public. It's his food, so yeah. He is gaining weight. He was 7'15" when he was born, and when we left the hospital, he was 7'6". So at about 6 days old, he was back up to 7'12", and now last week at 5 weeks, he was up to 11 pounds. So he's gaining tons and tons of weight. So there's no worry with that with the breast milk. I didn't have sore nipples when I nursed him. At all, ever. He always had a great latch, but I do have sore nipples now from the pump because it does enlarge them, so it does hurt to pump. But yeah, I love my pads, my breast pads. They are reusable, and it's from an Etsy store, an Etsy seller, and it's called Swirkles. I will leave the link down below. I had a July favorites video for you guys for mommy and baby, and all of a sudden my computer deleted it from my camera. So yeah, I haven't been able to redo that, and I don't know if I'm going to, but I showed them in that video. They're really cool. They're just like flannel, and they have patterns on them. Like I have like Transformers ones and monkeys, and I didn't pick them out. My friend did. She bought them for me, and I absolutely love them. They're amazing, especially if you leak a lot. I still leak a lot, so I can't use disposables. It costs way too much money to just keep throwing them away, and they're way thicker than any other breast pad I've used. And I love the Lancino boob cream. That works amazing. I still have my first tube, and I use it like almost every day. So obviously, just like my birth, breastfeeding is not going how I planned it to be. But as long as he gets breast milk, I'll be happy. So I'll just suffer. I mean, it is more work because I have to feed him in the middle of the night, and then I have to get him back to sleep. Then I have to pump, which takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes. And then I have to sanitize everything, and then I go back to bed and I sleep for maybe 45 minutes, and then he's up again. He does not really ever miss feedings because he is a big boy. So yeah, we were thinking about putting him on cereal. His doctor wanted him to go on cereal just to see if that was helping. We think he has acid reflux, but the doctor thinks there's no such thing as baby acid reflux, which is not true. My nephew had it. So we're going for a second opinion tomorrow because we have to do something. He's really, really fussy, and he projectile vomits every time he eats. For like the last 2 weeks, and basically for the last 3 weeks he's just been really, really fussy. We've tried gripe water, we've done everything. The gripe water will help occasionally, but I don't think that's it. He is on vitamin D drops. He was on them for like a week straight. We give him 1 milliliter in his bottle, and yeah, we quit it for like 3 days to see if that would help, and it has helped a little bit. I don't know if that's that necessarily, but it has helped. My friend had 2 babies, and she didn't use the vitamin D drops, and her kids are just fine. So he's never had a babysitter except for on the 4th of July when we came to look at this place. It was like maybe a half an hour. So the first time he'll have a babysitter is when I go back to school at the end of this month, and it's my boyfriend, and I always have at least 25 ounces in the actual fridge of milk that we use and just keep using. When I get to about 25 to 30, I will put 5 ounces in the freezer, and like I said, we have a lot saved up. Do you want to talk? What? What? But when we was breastfeeding off of me, even now, he prefers the football hold and to be reclined in a recliner to go against gravity. He doesn't really like to be cradled. He has hiccups, so he's going to be really fussy. I apologize. So when I went to WIC to meet with a lactation consultant, I ended up feeding him in front of her, and she also mentioned that she thinks he has acid reflux also. She also told us to try giving him a bath with me and to try and feed him that way. He does like that a lot. He's super happy with baths, and he actually searches for the nipple. So my camera died. I'm not quite sure where it left off because it's been like an hour or so. But anyways, as far as I remember, I ended off with talking to that doctor. Basically, he's talking surgery for the pliaris, whatever, because he wants an ultrasound to see and then possibly surgery, and because he doesn't think baby acid reflux exists. So we're getting a second opinion from his original pediatrician tomorrow to possibly get on acid reflux medication. So yeah, basically that is it as far as breastfeeding so far. I will do an update later on. But as of right now, that's what's going on. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Any video requests, also leave those down below, whether they're baby related or beauty. Remember, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm probably going to be doing get ready with me's instead of tutorials at first. So yeah, I'm going to get started on those, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.